Hi guys, I'm back.
And as you can see, I have a record sitting on my spinner. So I'm just going to do my marble rose technique. I'm going to pour it on there and then I'm going to spin it. Now I have discovered that when I spin it after there's already paint on there, the paint kind of goes off in one direction to start with, as it kind of goes off in that first jolt. So I really don't know what it's going to do. It could just be a really offset sort of circular version of this. Who knows? Run through the colors real quick. Artist Loft Phthalo Blue. Artist Loft Deep Magenta. Artist Loft Green Yellow. I'm trying to just move these out of the way without breaking something. And Apple Barrel Turquoise, just because I love turquoise and it's a really pretty color. It's very possible this beautiful limey green will take over everything, because 95% of the time it does. So we're just going to move these off to the side. Go ahead and pour them on there. See what happens. I have my little lovely popsicle stick where I can kind of spin it without touching the canvas, so to speak. And these little cups, I don't really like these little cups. I don't remember where I got them from, but they're different from these. These are so much better. They're a little wider here, so they're a little easier and not so tall, so they're a little easier to blend the paint in. Plus the rimless is really stiff, and I crack them when I try and bend them too far. So let's try. There's no silicone in the paints. I'm going to go with some white first. And then, I don't know. I don't want to make this too pinky. We'll do some turquoise. And I'm not going to do I just want it to kind of layer. So I don't want to pour it. I want to try and pour it as gently as possible so they sort of stack on top of each other. And I really like that where this limey green kind of mixes with that pink color. A lot of times it'll give me this really pretty, almost a salmon kind of peachy color. I don't know how it does it, but it does. So okay, and some more white. Now this white is the Artist Loft Titanium White, which shows up a lot better than the Artist Loft Flow Acrylic in white. I'm not really sure, but it does. So let's go with some more turquoise. And with the spinner, you don't need as much paint, because it'll spread a lot easier and a lot farther with that centrifugal force you got going on there. I'm just going to layer these twice, and then I'm going to pour it on the spinner. Let's see what happens. Just layering these twice. That ought to be plenty of paint for. That's about half of this cup, a little over half of this cup. So it ought to be plenty of paint for this. Whoops! And I cracked the. See, that's what I mean with these cups. They I won't use the S word, but they kind of do. So let's see if we can get this done quickly so it doesn't all pour out the one side. It's not the first time I've cracked these cups. Okay. Looking kind of cool. I kind of moved it this way. Oh, that little part right there looks really cool. Just so there's a little more interest in the center, so it's not exactly perfect. And look at all the air bubbles popping. That's pretty. I kind of want to torch it just to pop all the bubbles. I think I'm going to, just so those get a little bigger. Normally I would say no to that, but I don't know. It looks kind of neat. Wow, those colors just look pretty together. It's hard not to just sit here and stare at this, because I think this would really be a pretty marble rose pour if I just picked it up and just sort of tilted it. But we're going to try and... Yeah, there it goes. Ooh, so pretty. It's going to need to go again because it's got to get more paint off. But I don't want to lose some of that. That middle thing is really a little strange looking. And I don't want to stick my finger in there because every time I stick my finger in there it catches me and it kind of hurts. There we go. Okay. Wow, look at that. Alright, well, I hate to lose this over here because it's really pretty, but it's too something. that little whatever that is looks really funky, so everything's turning kind of blue. Yeah, I lost all that pretty when I did that. That's a shame. And that little ice cream cone in the middle there is not in the center. Okay. I don't even know what to do with that. That's really cool, and this is cool, but not together. They don't look good together. They're very disjointed. And I don't know. It's almost kind of neat, but I feel like I don't think I'm gonna. Well, it's just weird looking. It's like a giant rainbow pine cone. Okay, well, let's torch it. I really like all of that. I just don't like this in the center. I love these coming up through that white. Because if those weren't there, it would just be too boring right there. And like I said, I have no silicone in these, but you know, a lot of the air bubbles are popping, and the turquoise is coming up through that white because the white is heavier than that turquoise. That is really strange looking. So I'm not really entirely sure what to do. There's just no good way to look at that. Oh, well, let's bring you down. You can kind of get a close-up look at the, you know, at the pretty part, maybe. And I don't know, I'll figure out what to do about it afterwards. All right. Well, that's where all the colors kind of blended together there in the center. It's a neat pattern. And then you can see where, sorry for the shadow, where the turquoise is coming up through that white. Now that's really pretty over there, where you got more than just the turquoise and white. Come down to the bottom here. There's pretty. Alright, well, really not sure what to do with this one. It's so unsymmetrical, which I know is not really a word, but I don't know, it's very strange looking. It's almost like there's a giant, maybe like a some kind of pine tree here, and then the moonlight is kind of like washing over it. Okay, well, that's where I'm going to leave you with this one. It's interesting. Let me know what you think. And wherever you're on the planet, I hope you have an awesome afternoon, day, evening, or night. thank you to everyone who's watching, everyone who subscribes, everyone who likes my channel, everyone who, you know, watches silently and enjoys my painting. See you later. Bye.